Few people have understood the power of a story better than Native American storyteller Mary Frances Thompson, better known by her Chickasaw name, Teyata. Teyata's own story will soon be told on the big screen, with a feature film being shot in Oklahoma, depicting the life of a woman who was the first to be named an Oklahoma treasure.
The talented actress and dancer known as Teyata entertained kings and presidents, and her legacy is being brought to life as shooting on the film Teyata continues at locations ranging from Tishomingo to Guthrie and Oklahoma City. Paul Sermons is the producer of the film.
Teyata was just a little girl from a small town in southern Oklahoma, from Emmett, and she just had this dream of wanting to be on Broadway. And she went to Oklahoma College for Women, went to Carnegie Institute in Pennsylvania, and she actually reached her goal of performing on Broadway.
Teyata performed as a Native American in full regalia before President and Mrs. Franklin Roosevelt at the White House, and entertained England's King George at Roosevelt's New York home. She was inducted into the Oklahoma Hall of Fame in 1958, awarded the Governor's Arts Award in 1975, and named the Woman of the Year by Ladies' Home Journal in 1976. Chickasaw Nation creative director Jeannie Barber spent 3 years conducting research for the film. She says Teyata made it her mission to preserve Native American culture and traditions.
They were being discouraged at that time under the assimilation policies of the federal government. And so she decided this was going to be her way to try and preserve them.
Director Nathan Frankowski says what drew him to the film was Teyata's perseverance in overcoming the hurdles placed before her.
One, she's a woman. Two, she's Native American in the 1920s or early 1900s. So those kind of things are obstacles, and she overcame those and was able to dig in deep and tell the story of her people.
Telling her story poses challenges, especially on a budget that's a fraction of a typical Hollywood blockbuster. One of the biggest concerns was finding locations in Oklahoma that would reflect Teyata's travels.
She went to a college in Philadelphia. She went to Broadway. She went to New York City, went to Broadway, performed on Broadway. She went to the White House, performed at the White House. There's a scene, met her husband at the Natural History Museum. And I'm thinking, we're shooting this in Oklahoma. Where are we going to find all of that?
The Masonic Temple in Guthrie doubles for many of the more exotic locales depicted in the film, along with the Oklahoma City Train Museum in Oklahoma City and other shooting locations. Another challenge is compressing Teyata's rich life and career into a 2-hour movie.
It's always tough to tell a true story, especially one that spans the time span that we're doing 30 years. You have to be kind of selective in which pieces you tell. You want to tell more of a true story than a factual story.
Audiences will soon have a chance to experience Teyata for themselves. The film is scheduled to be released next summer.